sleep. Hold it. You don't lie.
You can't see to my folks.
Do you believe that you can reshape your future through writing? Then a great opportunity is here. The UBA Foundation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, is glad to announce to you that the third edition of the UBA Foundation's National Essay Competition for 2022 is now open. Write an essay of not less than 500 words on the topic transforming education requires collective effort, including that of families and communities. Discuss specific intervention from families and or communities that can improve quality in education. Entries are opened now till the 12th of December 2022. To qualify, you must be a secondary school pupil in the class of SSS 1, 2 or SSS 3. Submit your handwritten essay at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education District offices across the 16 districts or at the Ministry of Education's head office located at New Englandville, Freetown, Sierra Leone. You can also submit your essays at any UBA Sierra Leone office across the country or email your essay to cfcsierra-leone@ubagroup.com. You can also send your essays via WhatsApp on +232 75 142 718. Entries are opened now. This is proudly supported by the United Bank for Africa Foundation.
Fambolona, welcome once again to Mercy Television Channel 29. And as we all know today, the FIFA World Cup they starts inside Qatar. And Mercy TV, as we promise you now, ready for going all the best, all the courage, and for all the games they'll get for play. And with me in the studio, I get my wonderful man, Martin Alice, we help out in sport. Martin, welcome.
Fambolona, good afternoon and welcome to Mercy TV Sports Update. With their proposal today for going the brief analysis with regards to the World Cup we will start today.
Yeah, Martin, you see the preparation towards the World Cup and you see the ceremonies the way they're on right now. And what do you get for makeup of how the planning from when it starts this competition and this bidding, when they win the bid, and also when it starts in terms of construction of these stadiums, then now the World Cup is here. What thing you feel? How you feel in terms of just put yourself in the shoes of the Qatar people? How you feel?
Well, I believe for say today will be a wonderful day and a historic day which for the people of Qatar, not only Qatar, but all over the world, because the World Cup now is symbolic competitions where they right across different countries. Them always they participate as FIFA anticipates for their countries and come together within the under the umbrella of FIFA for them participate into this World Cup. Now a nice one. We see Qatar go ahead and win the bid for hosting, though the weather not been favorable for most of the other countries then, but I believe for say with regards to the way how they don't put things in place, them don't do them to a way that every country so far will qualify for Ghana Qatar. Neither even you not qualify for Ghana Qatar, the weather condition go must favor you because they get mechanisms then because then people they don't improve in terms of technology. We see how they don't improve. So now it better as we see more things now don't they improve. We believe for say today is going to be a history, and we see the stadiums them with them facilitates for gets them put then get a lot of stadiums then close to 8 to 10 where that tells you that they prepare and then ready for the competition today. And we see also then get 1 or 2 stadiums where now movable stadiums like when they use containers for build them up. When you see the architect of them, you really know for say these guys they know what they are doing, they know what in football means. Just as I've been mentioned earlier, we continue for say football now like a religion all over the world, and people them don't accept them. After Christian, Muslim, the next day people and they get to see a huge take of people and they go now football. Before we talk about music and funny other stuff. So believe for say today is going to be a history making in Qatar, and the host this will be the first time for them hope for get a debut win against a South American team winner Ecuador. So we all hope and anticipate for a brighter match as we foresee them very soon.
Yeah, Qatar playing a competition like this. We all know that Qatar, like nation where and I can normally talk about them when it comes to the World Cup and the preliminary competition, the World Cup, and from way to we know they get for qualify because of they are the host nation. So Qatar going to the competition, we get then get two tough things. Then after Ecuador, you get the likes of Netherlands, they get Senegal. What do you feel? You feel like Qatar are able for make it out of that group day?
Well, it's gonna be a cracking one, like cracking match, and I believe for say now you need a right over any teams in the world. I'm not gonna talk about because we see a lot of surprises. Then we can take into consideration the different leagues and who they play across the world, like the English Premier League. You see a lot of surprises. Small teams then they come then beat bigger teams. Then it's not all about the players. It's all about the determination. You can get huge strength of players them who they play in the national clubs. But you get the players that way committed, we dedicate themselves and stand firm for say they're ready for can deliver for the country. I believe for say they will spark a surprise today. And this since this is the first time for them forget them go and forget this win today because now then they open up. And this now a nation like we they not too know them for football. So if then try very hard like for say this tip we say one for do something then go for the beat then do them the host time. So maybe for say then will spark up a surprise today. But it's going to be a tough one for them. But this is football. They need the right to each and everything because they all get the potential. It's all about the determination, dedication, and focus of the players. Then and then players then they all get what it takes. If not for money or not like for anything like then get all team. So me believe for it. Then they go there for represent the nation and then go do them 100%. But the 90 minutes go decide. And football, if you no win, then go lost. If you not lost, then go draw. So we just get for expect that and we move on. We also see. Like FIFA talks inside Qatar, fans are not going to get alcohol within the basic vicinity of the match perimeter. But after that, you can come outside, you get you one or two beer, which is good. Believe for say like take a look at Qatar, you know for say like Muslims, it's like so they forbid some of them things. Then the religious tolerance country, but it's good. Now they own principles, and I make FIFA made them out to all the teams them where they come for camp countries them where they come for camp participate. So this now the rules and regulation.
Yeah, talking about that, I think so for religious wise, for me, I think it's a very good thing because you at times you don't need for engage yourself into alcohol or whatsoever for go because if you look at times most of those things that make for me, I think I can say for the sake of religious wise, both Christian and Muslim are a very good thing because if you look at we local leagues, then people they involved into violence because they get for go high, drink and what you call it. So for me on parts, I think I say, and for the Christian wise, I think it's a very good thing for that. And looking at the fact that now Qatar will tell you because a lot of nations then get for going, and you talk about the try for put things in place, mechanisms in place, or make all of them things that are so countries that are so fitting, and we see say they spend a lot. You feel like in any way they will be able to regain all waiting they spend into this World Cup here. So,
well, that is possible. It's possible because when you take a look at the teams, them, the countries, them, we qualify for go out there. They get for boost on the economy of the countries because we get for see hotels, then they teams them, fans them, get for occupy them, hotels then get for pay people, then get for go out there, get for pay for televisions, right? Get for use vehicles them. So that's all they boost the country in economy. Not only that, they not lose. Me not like for say Qatar lose because they don't not seen this way they don't they anticipate for a very long while. Remind you, several years back and don't they bid board and they lost the bid due to one or two reasons. Maybe FIFA get away out and they assess countries favor and give you the bid for host. And I believe for say in as much as they don't get the right district for host, I believe for say them they don't put a moralities on in place. I may not believe for say like they go run at loss because Qatar now a developed country, not so a developing country anymore. Because they don't already develop and football they want for use football also like for show and say show the world say football they bring peace. Football they unite people them together and we all see how it happens with other countries and likes of Ivory Coast, how football bring unity into that country. So it's a nice one and we believe for say this game here so today is gonna be a good one, it's gonna be a cracking one and the host winner Qatar, they're not going for take a light with Ecuador. They're not going for take a light with Ecuador because they want to go at all out for make sure so they can get a first win. And the momentum and the zeal with them players and then now I bet you there's going to be a spark up surprising today because the fans can deal with them. When you take a look at the fans then presently in Qatar, they get huge amounts of crowd with they behind the team. And that motivation wouldn't they get from them fans them out up the stand, then they even motivate the players and say, oh, we have to do these things. Despite the fact that pundits them, they get them for say, like they're not going able to deliver, they're not going able to go far on this competition. That's their own opinion. But football is unpredictable nowadays. I believe for say, we go see surprise.
Talking about fans and also talking about them being the host nation, and also let's look at the fact that this is their, let me say, maybe their first, if I'm correct,
Yes,
their
yes.
first major tournament. These guys, they're not used for play such kind of tournament, and will they be able to defeat Ecuador?
Well, this is football, just as I tell you earlier. Then we're able, because now you need to play with big names. You can get a host of the big names. Them though, maybe the game not gonna even favor you. So nowadays, me believe say with unity, determination, and strength, I believe for say the Qatar, then get all the support, then get all what it takes, like for let them go far into this competition, despite the fact that pundits are not against them for go even to the quarterfinal because of the group stage with them they force really tense. But I believe for say with the backings of the fans them out there and the support from the government, because they want for take sports into another way out now, because long while they not they participate, so because they not be able to qualify from the group stages then for come into the World Cup into the past. But we believe for say now, because they get the voting rights and then FIFA give them, I believe for say they want for take advantage of that and prove to the world say we self can do them. We are not only for say like we not only for say like we not focus on football, we depend on other things then, but football now something like we good, and they bring people them together. Then sit on they watch, then players, and they get a lot of players them out there when they watch and want for follow their footsteps. So maybe believe for say this game is gonna be a cracking one, but I believe for say it's gonna be a stalemate.
Okay, for me and for many people, even for the Qatar people, because if I can remember, was it Dave Wester? I watched one interview where now one of the Qatar now senior somebody from the team, a bit more particular about the idea of them hosting the World Cup, and say the fans, then the people of Qatar happy for host the World Cup. In fact, they're concerned more on hosting the World Cup, and yes, the World Cup is here. Forget a very successful one, rather than winning or qualifying from the group stage. You say, and when he make one statement very clear, he say they no say they're actually not going to go far into the competition, but they are proud that they host the competition. So them already don't see themselves not winning the competition, because you have very tough teams the way they play in this World Cup, yeah. So for God knows how. So you see, so for them, they're only concerned about hosting the World Cup, which is very good, and also them they look out for get a very successful World Cup, not one them being the winner, but one way them go proud of say. There was a time 2022 we host the World Cup and it was successful.
Exactly.
So for you see them for themselves, they see themselves as not winning the World Cup. So I would not say if you are going to predict now from their group, other you feel say go qualify from the group A.
Well, to be candid enough, the group like very tense group with the host. So maybe for say Netherlands and Ecuador will make their way through. Qatar will try.
What about Senegal?
It's gonna be a tough one for Senegal. Senegal is gonna be a tough one. For now, despite the fact that Senegal will put everything at the back of the mind and say we go play for we captain when Sadio Mane due to the injury we sustained against Wede Bremen. Maybe for say the team, the players them all get the motivation like for say them go play for Sadio Mane and try for put out
I
something.
don't know, but for me, I feel like Senegal go for defeat Qatar, and he left with Ecuador and Netherlands. And for me, I think they're gonna forget a very tough one with Netherlands for sure. But I feel like they would be able to defeat Ecuador.
Well, pundits then go take them. Pundits go take Senegal and Netherlands for go through. But as a sports analyst, we all get one or two teams then we how they assess teams then and see the outcome of them. But maybe for say it's gonna be a cracking one, a nice one. We will see. Maybe Senegal then go get the support. Then go they at the back of the mind. They will go play for Sadio Mane, because now one of the countries and the way we say if they hope for see, let them create an impact. Senegal and Cameroon then get a very tough and players them way determined and focused and ready for give any results, because then when you take a look at them players and they're very young and active, and they get a playing time at the various clubs. And we see recently, just as how Sadio Mane them roll them out, we see the fans of Senegal and be so they in that not happy mood. The fans they all been not be happy, but that's it. The player had already sustained an injury. All it to need the players and just need for Cambiana. Sadio Mane they very close to them, give them that motivation. We see what's happen inside Euro when Cristiano Ronaldo been get the injury, and despite he get the injury, then at the back, and also the supporting team, the players then talk to them. Pepe talk to call him, tell him say, we play this team for you, we go win for you. At the end of the day, we see them go ahead and win them. So Senegal, me believe us they go try, but it's gonna be a tough one there. That group play Netherlands, gonna be in Netherlands, Senegal, or Ecuador. But for Qatar, I believe us Senegal will go through Qatar, but Qatar you know go write them out also, because they self gets the backings and gets a lot of fans out in there who support them.
Okay, as Africans, the African team that will qualify to the World Cup, which one of them, or you feel like all of these teams they're going for make them to the next stage, and also one or two to make Africa proud? It's rather unfortunate Sierra Leone did, but we hope that next World Cup Sierra Leone will take part, because if Sierra Leone take part, then for me, I feel like Sierra Leone will go to the next stage.
Well, that is now everybody in aim. That is now we goal for now. For now we see Salon into the World Cup, because over decades and decades we not even qualify for Nations Cup. Over 26 years we made it through. It's all because of the way our governments come in and pump money into the Premier League and elevate everything. We see now from there they able to spot one or two players, then back them up with the foreign-based players, then we get a very good result. Salon make been proud of going at the Nations Cup, despite the fact that we've been come out of the group stage, but due to one or two technical problems. But I believe also they're going to copy from that negative effects them and come home, and the next one we'll see. Salon within a group with Liberia, we see now due to what's happened at Liberia, something happened at Liberia, we play against Liberia, we end there, then beat we 1-0.
Now, which African team do you see to go far? Let's say far in this particular World Cup.
Well, I believe for say Senegal and Cameroon. Now they're not the only two teams missing. Like they get players them with very active, bold, and want to get results. When you see them players and you see the urge in them, you know, for say like they want to get a required results for Africa. And I'm so happy with the message where the striker for Cameroon, when Vincent Abubakar, he said then they go into the World Cup, go for represent Africa, not only Cameroon, and they want to see that the cup can bring and come to Africa. Senegal, Ghana, we don't try a lot. We see they said they get a friendly match with them beat 2-1, a nice one, but the Ghana team may not see them to that peak compared to Cameroon and Senegal at the moment. So maybe for say Cameroon and Senegal go far and then go make Africa proud. We hope for see a great match.
So quick one, Qatar, Ecuador. What's your prediction?
Well, I believe for say this game is going to be it could be 1-1, because the host in Qatar they say not go once for lose this game today, and I believe for say everything there for them today, the pitch, the weather conditions. Not even they don't make up for them now. I'm not gonna say they make up for them because they don't used to them. They so acclimate with them. It could be a disadvantage just to other countries like Ecuador, but then go try for adapt because of the facilities that they don't put within the stadium. But maybe for at the end of the day, this game get for the goal.
Okay, viewers at home, thank you for staying glued to your TV station. This is Mercy Television Channel 29, the place to say everybody and somebody. As we promise, we now will bring all the games then to now live at on our home there. Just stay tuned as we go for a short break, and when we come back, we will go for the first half of play between Qatar and Ecuador.
Do you believe that you can reshape your future through writing? Then a great opportunity is here. The UBA Foundation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, is glad to announce to you that the third edition of the UBA Foundation's National Essay Competition for 2022 is now open. Write an essay of not less than 500 words on the topic Transforming education requires collective effort, including that of families and communities. Discuss specific intervention from families and or communities that can improve quality in education. Entries are opened now till the 12th of December 2022. To qualify, you must be a secondary school pupil in the class of SSS 1, 2 or SSS 3. Submit your handwritten essay at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education District offices across the 16 district or at the Ministry of Education's head office located at New Englandville, Free